ordinary person, and gives a reason why is he called Adbhuta. That is because of this multifaceted personality only. He gives the reason as follows: Parthan Aru Samayangal Padaippa. He was such an accomplished philosopher that just by his mere glance the wrong doctrines will start trembling. Parthan Aru Samayangal Padaippa. This is about his scholarship in philosophy. But he was more than that. Ippar muzhudum porthan pugal kondu. If he had only been a scholar and nothing else, then he would have become famous only among the scholars. But he became famous throughout the world. How? That was because he was a leader of the masses. He did so much of social work that his fame spread over the entire world. Ippar muzhudum porthan pugal kondu. Not only that, Unmayine Tan Puhundu, he penetrated into the lower strata of the society, for which I am myself a representative, says Amudana. That is one good quality of his. Then Iru Vinayhan Tirthan, he was such a holy saint that he was able to destroy the sins of others who come to him. Just the scholars and social workers cannot destroy sins. Because he was a holy saint also, he could do it. Tirthan Iri Vinayhan. Tirth Arangan Shayya Tadinayodu Arthan. It was possible for him to inculcate devotion in other persons who come to him. Arangan Shayya Tadinayodu Arthan. Ivai Yam Ramanujan Shayyam Arpudame. Only a great person like Ramanuja can do this kind of wonder of being a rare combination of scholarship, social work and holiness and everything put together. This is how Amudanar explains the multifaceted personality of Bhagavad Ramanuja. Today we are going to sing his glory. We are going to pray and understand the various ways in which he has contributed not only to the academic world but also to the mankind in general. What has he done for me today? It is because of his grace. I am just quoting the same Amudanar's words. Nirai Puhalarodu Vaithanan Yennai. Nirai Puhalarodu, with great eminent persons who have assembled here. There are editors of magazines, there are professors of universities, there are exponents of Sampradaya, there are many famous people sitting on the dais and off the dais here, and I am very much pleased to be associated with them, and for this again I thank not only to the organizers of this seminar like Dr. T.D. Muralidharan. Now this is time for us to say a few more words about Ramanuja. There is one Taniyan Padyam which is recited whenever we start reading Sri Bhashyam, the most famous of the 9 works of Sri Ramanuja. That is about the book itself. Prapadye Pranavahakaram Bhashyam Rangavivaparam. I salute the work Sri Bhashyam. It is similar to Ranga, the Ranga Vimana, Sri Ranga. What is the similarity? Parasya Brahmano Yatra Sheshitvam Sputamikshate. It is only in two places that it becomes very clear that Lord Param Brahma is Sheshi. The word Sheshi has two meanings. Shesha means the serpent god Adishesha. In Srirangam, if you have darshan of Lord Ranganatha, it becomes very clear to us that he is Sheshi Adi because he is lying on Adishesha. Parasya Brahmanaha Sheshitvam Range Sputam Ikshate. Similarly, in Bhashya also, Sheshitvam, the word Sheshi has another meaning now. Shesha means something like a dasa. Sheshi is the Swami for whom all of us are dasas. Bhagavan is Param Brahma, is Sheshi, and we are all Shesha Bhutas. That becomes very clear in Sri Bhashyam, and therefore this is one similarity between the Sri Bhashyam Grantham and Sri Ranga. There is another one hidden in the same shloka. The word is Pranavakaram. In Sri Ranga, the Vimana name is Pranavakara Vimanam. Pranava is the sacred single letter mantra. In that shape, that Vimana is there, Pranavakara Vimana. But that applies to Bhashyam also. If we split the word in a different way, Prakarshena Nutanaha Akaraha Yasya Tate. Bhashya is the same old doctrine of Bodhayana and others, which is put differently in a new format. That is why it is also Pranavakaram. We see that unlike Shankara, Bhagavad Ramanuja did not change the doctrines, did not introduce original doctrines, but he did not allow the tradition to be broken. He followed the same tradition of Badarayana, Bodhayana, Tanka, Dramida, etc. But he only put them in a different format. That is why Bhashyam is Pranavakaram. He himself says, Bhagavad Bodhayana Krita Brahma Sutra Vrittim Purvacharya Sanchikshipuhu Tanmata Anusarena Sutrakshārāṇi Vyākhyāsyante. He is only following the footsteps of his predecessors. But we should not think that there is no originality there. Many ideas there are found to be original. For example, the definition of Sharira as given in Sri Bhashya. That definition we can't find in earlier works. But the ideas are there in the earlier works. In this way, Bhashyam is also Pranavakara. What is he best known for? Bhagavad Ramanuja, he had an unusual grasp of nuances, subtleties in scriptural texts. How to understand, how to interpret the scriptural text. There, Bhagavad Ramanuja exceeded all others in many ways. That is why it is said, Yash Shruti Smriti Sutranam Antarjvaramashi Shamati. It is as if he was a physician, he was a doctor. He could cure the fever of those texts of Shrutis and Smritis, because there were apparent contradictions, and only scholars like Bhagavad Ramanuja can solve and give the right meanings in such a way that there are no contradictions at all. Let me conclude now by paying my obeisance to Bhagavad Ramanuja and to his devotees by Shlokartha. Yatishvara Saraswati Surabhita Shayanam Satam Vahami Charanam Bhujam Pranati Shalina Mulina. I bow my head